Nah, I'm a Ring Award recipient live and direct.
Hold on. Nacho did the super read between the lines.
It's like they're not saying this. It's like, bam.
Where did they say that though?
Nah, but
It's just like the quality wasn't like per release like Biggie was.
What's your Instagram again?
DJs are TV. Americans, please don't attack me.
okay, so bro, look at his eyes. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get kicked off the pod.
Blasphemy.
I'm like, damn, bro, it's my last episode, man.
You might see him also on your social media screen, multiple screens, really turning up, getting real motion out here, all right?
Boogeyman.
Someone nudge me. Yo, it's nice to see you in real life.
Call nobody out the name or anything, so it's nothing to crash out over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But certain mans, they don't have the brain function to...
I haven't caught up in the past couple of weeks, but have you guys talked about like that?
We talked about it, but I'm down to talk about it again. Them clips go crazy. Let's do it.
Friday like cha-ching.
We love hip hop.
Now I'm gonna record all that other stuff that I said off camera. Nobody gonna hear any of that.
If only they knew.
If only they knew.
The thing is, people hate hearing that, you know what I mean? Oh, we were going crazy before we started recording, but yeah, now let's start getting to some tapes.
We had a whole viral podcast before, man. But you know, for you guys, you know,
You can't mention it and not say it.
He's like, no, don't worry. I'm gonna heat it up for you guys. Don't worry, bro. No worry.
We got some more awards today or what?
Nah, I'm a Ring Award recipient live and direct.
Ooh. I got my sound effects loaded.
Okay, now I have to think about an award to give this guy. You know those ones?
Oh shit! Yeah. I guess it's coming soon.
Well,
Okay,
think
I got
of one quick.
for real.
Okay, no, I got one for them still. I got one for them still.
Do you guys want to talk about any of that stuff before we get into anything? Any of the you know what? Let's not.
Yeah.
Because like
you
even if we do get into anything, let's not give it to them in the beginning of the episode.
But you went crazy all week, you know what I mean? So I feel like it was bombs over Baghdad.
Oh my God.
You know, like you said you had a nice free topic. I'm kind of interested to see what that's all about.
Yeah, let's get into the pre-topic. If you could hit number 4 for me, you want to take Jake?
One take Jake.
Pull up something on the screen over here. So now I found this on Rap or our Rap Reddit. If I had to, I'd say 50. But other than that, he's sitting on the floor. I don't know who wrote this.
Okay, so the caption on the picture is, who has to get up for Kendrick Lamar to have a seat? I see Notorious B.I.G. sitting at the table. I see Lil Wayne sitting at the table.
Don't cheat.
Oh, bring it back.
Jay-Z.
Jigga.
Eminem. Kanye? Is that Kanye?
That's Kanye.
And then 50 Cent.
And then 50. Okay, so Common Gang Strong.
Kendrick is standing in the background waiting for someone to leave their seat.
Right?
But all it says is who has to get up. They're not saying that what they have brought to the game is disqualified. They're just saying they have to get up.
They didn't say any of that. You're saying that.
So I'm just saying, because some people see this and they're like, oh no, there's no way we could take 50 out because he did that. Oh, there's no way we could. But me, M has to get up. Because
hold on, Nacho did the super read between the lines.
It's like they're not saying this. It's like, bam.
Where did they say that though?
Nah, but okay, when you
Bitch
guys
has like 6 words on it, and 2 of them are who.
Okay, when you guys see that, how did you take it?
Again? Pull up the picture again.
How did you take it when you seen it?
I don't know, man. I was like, I have to bring this here because I don't even want to make a decision at home, bro. I haven't made a decision yet. I'm still thinking about it.
Eminem has to get up.
It would have to be M.
You agree?
Yes, either M or if we're talking strictly as a rapper, you could take out Kanye West.
Nah.
But if you're including him as the greats,
Kanye is golden.
But I feel like Kendrick is a better rapper than Kanye. Is this like the rap table or just the GOAT table?
This is a GOAT table.
It's a GOAT table. Looks like a GOAT table to me.
All right, sorry, Eminem, Marshall's
got to go.
Yeah, I was just saying that because he's white. You know what I mean? It's an all black table. You know what I mean? There's pure niggas at the table. You know, out of respect. You know what I mean?
But I feel like he has the least amount of bangers.
Okay,
from that table.
One second, Jake. Put that back up on the screen again, please. If we were even to go by sales wise, M probably has the most sales next to like who?
No,
nobody.
I think he's number one in
He's
the
number
rap
one.
sales.
So he gets kicked out. He gets kicked off the table, fam. He's the most famous out of all of them, or the most selling out of all of them. If
Yeah,
it's
go
gonna
sit.
Be me?
Go sit with the audience that's buying yourself.
Oh. So you said it's a cook. This is not a cookout, fam. This is a restaurant. It's a restaurant. It's not a cookout. Okay?
That is a key distinction we have to make.
If they were outside at a picnic somewhere, then I would say, you know what, Natural, you're right. Go home, M. We love you, but you'll get to the next cookout.
So you think just because of pure sales alone, Eminem has to stay at the table?
He's one of the GOATs. And rap and everything, like he's one of the best rappers alive.
Okay, but no diss to Biggie, because obviously he's a legend, but like he didn't accomplish that much in terms of like longevity. Like, I don't know. He's kind of, him and Tupac are like untouchable in the conversation, but I feel like they had such a short stint realistically.
I agree
but Pac had way more music. It's just like the quality wasn't like per release like Biggie was.
What's your Instagram again?
DJs RTV. Americans, please don't attack me.
Okay, so I'm saying M, Zara's saying Biggie.
Nah. I said, but the thing is, like, I hear what Friday's saying. Like, M kind of like quote unquote deserves to be at the table from like a business standpoint.
And more than that, fam, he probably can word for word. Like, then he have some world record for most words used or some type of thing. Like, he's a rapper, rapping ass
Kendrick
dude.
has Pulitzer Prizes off of what he wrote.
Hold on, fam.
You're talking about a Guinness World Record. He spit the most amount of words.
But you're Kendrick standing up. He's waiting for a seat.
Yes. I don't even think
he's not
Kendrick
sitting down already.
I don't know.
It's not M versus Kendrick. It's everybody else.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying, but like,
so this guy found a way to glaze Kendrick.
the Guinness World Records isn't like, all right, so I'm stamping my seat, you know what I mean?
And more sales than everybody sitting at the table. If it's up to me, I'm removing Wayne.
You're removing Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne, you got to go. I love you, Wayne. You're a GOAT, okay? And listen, I feel like this is like an ongoing Friday bashes Wayne every couple of months. He is a GOAT, but in comparison to Biggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, Eminem, Kanye West, and 50 Cent.
What about discography though? Because Eminem has a lot of like mid albums.
Yeah, especially the recent ones. Like, I feel like people still rate M off his old albums.
I'm standing in the front just like rap gun. Like that's not holding your seat, bro.
You're making my body physically cringe for what I have to do.
Still chunky but funky. Like, bro, what's he really talking about?
In comparison to who? I'm the shit like the toilet. I'm the shit
at least
like
Lil
a
Wayne,
toilet roll.
Lil Wayne has those like obvious clever punchlines, you know?
Eminem says, I'll piss a Happy Meal off. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, come on, broski. You're pissing the Happy Meal off, fam.
That needs to be on our
I swear to God, piss a Happy Meal off. Like, bro, chill.
World's most corniest line. But if we're going to go corny for corny lines, him and Wayne are in a good competition together. Wayne just freestyles bare shit, boobity blobbity shit.
I feel like Wayne and Eminem could get up for Drake and Kendrick still.
Yeah, where's Drizzy? Where's Drizzy? Why isn't he friggin' standing? Wait, where's his seat?
So who's getting up for Drake?
His mentor. You know what? Fair. You might be right. Him and M might have to get up. Don't they have a song together?
Drop the road.
Pick the word up
and drop it on your fucking head. They have a couple songs together.
No love. It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now.
Man.
Cause kick me when I was down.
That was an era though.
So just based on duds alone, them two might have to get up and let Drake and Kendrick sit down. I don't know. You brought Drake into the conversation, but every time Kendrick's name gets brought up, Drake's name gotta get brought up?
Not that, but I just see like not that. It's only because like
reaching for that one.
That's just because like it was the table of goats. It was the table of goats, you know what I mean? So I'm like, wait, like how come Drake isn't sitting down already? You know what I mean? Like whoever made this picture, there's like a little bias there, you know?
Had to make that one a little louder.
Drake should have been well comfortable in his chair already. You know what I mean? Kendrick too.
Okay, so we could agree that Jay-Z's not getting nobody even talked about Jay-Z even moving a bit. That's the respect the man them have for Jay.
Yeah.
Or the fear y'all have for Rock Nation.
And I was about to say, I don't want the pot to get stricken down. You know what I mean?
One or the other, or both feet.
Pure black cars outside the pod.
You're gonna shoot the pod in the foot.
Oh,
literally.
Man.
You're being served, naturally being served.
Beware of Desi Perez. Is that our guest?
No, I thought it was.
Okay. Let's get it started, man. Speaking of Jay.
The opposite.
Woo! Philip Drummond name.
That's that good old anti-Semitic Kanye right there, bro. Woo!
I told Friday this before. He almost strangled me when I said this. I said, I only like Jay-Z when he's with Ye.
Whoa!
He almost, bro, look at his eyes. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get kicked off the pod.
Blasphemy.
I'm like, damn, bro, it's my last episode, man.
You still stand by that statement?
It's not a blanket statement. There are Jay-Z songs that I love that Kanye have nothing to do with. Yeah. But majority of the Jay-Z songs that I enjoy personally, Kanye either made the beat, it's a Kanye song, or does Kanye feel like Kanye is dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, them as a duo.
Okay. Well, let's get into the podcast and then we'll get back to our Kanye conversation. We are Box, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka No Shit Disturbing Today, aka Bring the City Together, aka 100 Blunts to the Head, aka I think that's enough AKAs for the day today, man. We back over here, B3 Studios, episode 641. Before we get to our guest that we have in the building, we got back in the building the Turkish Thrill. Okay, you might see him DJing at any event, flames throwing, all kind of wild shit. Okay, you might see him at the Scrippy doing his goddamn thing. All right, content creator extraordinaire. Sorry, I couldn't have
yes.
DJs are in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DJs are, aka Burrow Sound, aka Cheeseburger, aka Young Shawarma, aka George, aka Zarly Kirk. Back at it like a crack addict.
Yes, sir.
Now the last one was for you still, the Zarly Kirk.
Zarly Kirk is crazy. Oh, okay, we'll get into that.
We watch everything. Also, we got back in the building.
Sheesh.
Okay, the shit disturber himself, all right? You might see him giving out awards to get the whole city crazy, all right? You might see him giving some of the hottest takes in the city, okay? You might see him also on your social media screen, multiple screens, really turning up, getting real motion out here, all right?
Boogeyman.
Okay, turning up for real.
Jeez.
DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Big up, you know what, going? Big up to the man them. Y'all might not see me on your screen because I checked my demographics. 70% women. You know what I mean? So the man them, y'all might not see me on your screen still, but your girl will. Your wife.
Talk about it. Welcome back. And okay, we got Dusty Wallace looking a little bit different today.
I was hoping to see Dusty.
No. But you know, we switched them out for you today. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing. But we got over here, has been doing his thing for a while in this Toronto scene. All right. You might have seen him on going viral for some of the craziest skits from time, G.
And beer tunes.
And
writing the tunes.
Talk to him.
True that.
Let me tell you about Brampton.
Welcome to Brampton. Legendary.
Okay, you might see him as 1/4 of one of the best podcasts in the city out here. Okay, giving some of his crazy POVs on things. Okay, and a very well researched man himself. Okay, Mucho TV in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Yo.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you, bro. Thank you all for the invite, man. It's been a minute since I've been on We Love Hip Hop, but I really fuck with this iteration of it. Zar, Wave, Dusty as well. I saw Dusty a few weeks ago.
He told us.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through that interaction?
Please.
Nah, most definitely.
A little closer to the.
Oh yeah. I'm working on doing some business with Nest in 2026 through my group Steady, and so they invited me to the next event they were doing after having a meeting with them. It was a fabulous hosted event.
Yeah, the Fab show.
So I was out there. And I was just, hanging out with the DJs. I saw Fab for a little bit. Trezor knows him more than me, but, I said hi or whatever. And then around, when the night was winding down, someone nudged me. I'm like, yo, who is that? Yo, it's nice to see you in real life.
Sounds like a Dusty thing.
Yeah. On point Dusty impression.
Yeah, bro. And then, you know, we get to talking and we realize we grew up in the same neighborhood.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he said hi to Trezor too. Because I was with Trezor at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just glad that like we put all the shit to the side that was like a misconstrued beef for a couple weeks by the time that I saw him, because it was nothing but love. And big up Acorn Place too. That's where we both lived at for a time. And it just shows that like when it comes to content creators or podcasts, whatever you want to call us, we're much better at this like better together shit than rappers, yo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, and I don't want to ramble too much, but cause if it was rappers that started on the same foot that him and I started on, then it could have went left for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not like, not all, but it's not like most of these rappers grew up different than us.
No, a lot of them come from the same neighborhoods.
They come from the same neighborhood. So go ahead.
But a lot of them, they don't have like the brain function to keep things content, you know, because it was my words that did start the pod wars or whatever, but I feel like I didn't say anything out of pocket. I ain't call nobody out the name or anything. So it's nothing to crash out over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But certain mans, they don't have the brain function to like retort in a way where it's like, suck your mom, where it's like, it's on site when I see you, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I feel like all around it was, we all knew it was content, you know, and we all like kind of kept like a level head about it too.
And it's not just a rapper thing. I think it might just, because we're certain kinds of content creators. I feel like we're very professional at what we do. We joke and we, you know, it might seem sometimes a little loose or whatever, but it's like professionalism in what we do. So we know certain lines not to cross or whatever. And I don't want to get into mentioning other podcasters and stuff today because we got you here today.
Sure.
Other guys will go crazy too, just as crazy as the rappers, and say wild shit when we're over here just doing jokes. Where it can become where it's like, okay, you said things where it's like, now when I see what we're gonna have to fight, when it didn't have to be that way, we're just making jokes. We're not rappers.
No, we're not.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm 30 years old, you know. I'm not trying to fight nobody.
Especially for podcasting.
Facts.
It's not like man, they're saying 16s like, yo, I want to freaking smoke on your ops and freaking dig up your dads and all that. But there's a lot of guys who they don't have the savvy to be able to not do that in content. Toronto-wise. In America, these guys go back and forth all day. I've just watched academics go back and forth with Mano. I never heard him once call him a bitch.
No, that's true.
Yeah. But even him, I feel like he's cosplaying a rapper right now.
Who, academics?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No academic slander will be allowed.
Okay, let's start the pod. Let's get to our ads before we get into any academic slander here. I'm playing. But I do. We got to pay a couple bills and then we'll get into our episode. What I want to do also, we're gonna get into topics. I don't know if we should have told you this before.
No, I like when I'm not prepped.
Yeah, we're gonna get into topics and then we're gonna talk about what you got going on at the same time. We'll mix it all up.
We will, but like I like the energy that you guys got going on, right? So it's like I'm a guest here, bro. I'm just trying to add to what you guys have going on. You don't have to talk about my life or none of that. We're here just for me to add to the We Love Hip Hop energy. That's it.
And plus, we have a full Mucho TV interview
already, exactly,
on the channel. So if anybody wants to get Mucho's life story and everything like that, go revert back to the interview that we interviewed. We interviewed Mucho 2 times.
Mud.
Okay, we have 1 interview. But we interviewed him twice.
It wasn't a 2 for 1. It was a 1 for 2.
Yeah. We had an audio issue that day, and then it was like we had to redo it again on Zoom. So it's like I feel like we re-asked the same questions all over again. So we well know Mucho over here at the We Love Hip Hop Network. But let me get into a couple of quick ads, and then we'll get into our shit. Starting with Exotic Hot Pot, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking sessions in true 5-star fashion. All right, hit them up on their Instagram if you want delivery over here in the GTA. That's Exotic Hot Pot. And you could also find them on their website, exotichotpot.com. Also, I want to give a big salute to Road Ready Detailing. That's over there at 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your ceramics. You can get detailing done. You can get coats. You can get wraps for your car. Anything you need. And they have daily specials going on all week. Okay. And they probably got some Christmas specials going on right now too. Again, hit them up. That's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. Their Instagram is Toronto Road Ready Detailing. And if you see Dusty Wallace in there, tell him what up. You heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop podcast. Couple more things I want to mention. I'm going to start here. Let me find my script. Holy, my Wi-Fi is shitting here. Let's do the Grabba ad first. Salute to Grabba. Okay, there's a pack of or a shaker of that Grabba on the table. They got shakers. They got friggin' the Grabba in the leaves. All right. If you want to get your hands on some of that Grabba, hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Grabba. Okay, and also let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Last but not least, I want to give a big salute to Kensington Market Dispensary. That's over there at 25 Kensington Avenue in Kensington Market. Okay, they got a whole bunch of different specials as well as $5 grams, 10.50 a whole bunch of different specials over there. They got a smelling station. If you want to find them on Instagram before you go over there, that's Kensington_Market Dispensary. Let them know that We Love Hip Hop boys sent you if you go over there, and they might give you a discount as well. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got for ads. Gentlemen, before we get into any of our topics, how's y'all week's been? How's your week been? Let's start with you, sir. What you been shaking with, man? What's going on? You had the episode that came out today while we're filming.
Yeah, exactly.
You weren't there today.
I was not there. No. This is the first one I missed in like a year and some change.
Hold on. So you didn't go to whoa.
And now you're on a different podcast.
Yeah.
Damn. When that shit drops,
betrayal, right?
Yeah, this guy's trying to send them a message.
They're gonna see you're missing from this thumbnail, and then you're over here on this thumbnail. What happened?
It's gonna be a little bit to explain.
You were in Atlanta, right?
I was.
Okay.
I was in Atlanta for a work trip because we all got our 9 to 5s or something we do on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't dive too much into why I was in Atlanta, but Atlanta's great, man. I really enjoy the people there. Not so much the layout of the city. I would never live in Atlanta, but the people there, the culture is beautiful. Yeah, it was great, man. I landed. I got me some soul food. I went downtown. Now, downtown Atlanta is empty as fuck.
Really?
It's empty as... It looks nice, but it's so empty, yo. That's how you can tell it's not really a real city.
That's what like Lenox Mall and everything is?
I don't even think Lenox Mall is in downtown Atlanta. I think it might be in Buckhead.
Okay.
I don't know, but it's not in downtown Atlanta. So to me, Atlanta's like a giant suburb.
Okay.
Like you go to Atlanta, it looks like Mississauga.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You know what I mean? But I got in where I fit, and I watched me a Hawks game that night. Went to East Atlanta for a couple clubs right after on Sunday night.
When you're talking to the people out there, do they know right away that you're from Canada?
I'm a pretty good code switcher. So it's like
you're talking like an American out there?
I don't think I mean, you guys...
I feel like you sound like an American right now a little bit.
You guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I sound super Toronto regardless.
That's fair.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think I sound like super. So
no tutu is my word.
I don't.
You do sound like a little American, and I was like, maybe it's because he just came back from Atlanta, so he has an accent fresh in his memory. But in general, though, you don't.
They could tell. They could tell if they know about Toronto, or they could tell that I'm not from there. But yeah, I feel like I have a generalized accent regardless.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's American. It's just like.
It's just
default.
Yeah.
Default.
I could probably go on CNN and do okay.
Yeah. You don't know if it's like Ryan Reynolds and them man there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not trying to say like you sound like a white guy because you don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's a thing, right? But like you don't sound American, but you don't sound Canadian.
It's like a neutral ass accent.
Yeah,
exactly. I sound like Drake in 2007. Before he's like, all right, okay, it's safe to be from Toronto again.
No, because I feel like Drake kind of leaned in a little bit. Like,
Do you
with
think
the
so early?
southernness.
Oh, in the southernness, he did it too much. You think in the
with
beginning?
the southern accent, he kind of leaned into it a little bit.
Oh, word.
You know what I'm saying? Not as like he's not as Toronto as now. You're more very like
just neutral.
Neutral.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you know the Canadian accent, the quote unquote quintessential Canadian accent, the a boot or what up there, buds. Come on, buds. Like,
yeah, man.
Those are like when people say a Canadian accent, because
my coworkers were like disappointed when they saw me. They're like, yo, you could come on, just sound a little bit more Canadian. I'm like, it's all I got.
That's what they're talking about, though.
Now I could put it on, of course. I used to do like, I guess maybe you guys have talked about it ad nauseum, but I used to do like the Toronto accent skits and stuff back in the day, and they went pretty viral. But it's like I didn't really super talk like that at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's funny how like Marlon's roasting those guys for like putting it on TikTok and not sounding like that at home. I'm African. I didn't sound like that at home.
Sorry, sound effects.
So you're saying that like it's not as much cultural appropriation as it is. Well, like what's your what are you trying to draw from that?
What are you saying? What do you mean by that?
So let me give it to you like this, right? And sorry, I haven't caught up in the past couple of weeks, but have you guys talked about like that?
We talked about it, but I'm down to talk about it again. Them clips go crazy. Let's do it.
Riley like cha-ching.
Toronto accent war. I'm already thinking of the title.
And he's pro Soraya and them. And I'm
hold on. Don't do that. I'm not completely pro. I'm not anti.
Yeah.
I'm just like, let the youths them live. Let them get their shit off.
Right.
Because like what you're saying, I'm sure they don't talk like that all the time, but like they're trolling. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I would never want to be like an old bitter guy, and that's what you don't want to sound like. And I totally understand, but I want to hear from your perspective because you're Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
So I want to hear from your perspective first, like when these Gen Z TikTokers caricaturize the Toronto accent or Toronto slang, and 90% of it is derived from Jamaican culture, do you get offended?
Not necessarily offended, but it just reminds me of like some Sambo type thing where mans are kind of like making a mockery of the culture rather than celebrating the culture. Because Jamaicans are like, they embrace other cultures a lot, you know what I mean? So when mans are genuine and pure, Jamaicans embrace that, you know? So like, just to see mans going around and they're monetizing off the mockery of black culture is just kind of like a double spit in the face, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. And I feel like these Gen Z TikTok kids do go further than I did when it was, I guess, 2018, 2019 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because the way I would play it up is like certain situations and caption it, you know, so people would know that I'm caricaturizing it.
Yeah.
You know? But people on TikTok that are American and see that happen, they think that's real. They think that's like...
Yeah, they're simulating real interactions, you know?
Exactly.
Why do they think it's real?
Because there's no, like, you know, back in the days how like Instagram had like the big white bar at the top and you knew it was a meme and they're like, I don't know, when a hood man gets pressed or something like that. And then the skit would happen. You know that it's a certain situation and you're just acting.
Yes.
But most of the content that I see from TikTok, generation, whatever, they're just on a podcast like this, or people walk up to them in a mall or something, and then they turn it on and act as if that's how they really talk.
You're right.
And that's not the case. I think that's a subtle difference between both eras of content.
And they have like the people being interviewed, they have them putting it on as well. Where like they're simulating, this is like, I found a random person.
Yeah.
And then this person being interviewed just has a crazy Toronto accent when it's like this whole thing is planned, you know?
Yeah, and I think the previous generation, when they would make content around the Toronto accent, it was thoughtful, it was witty, there was like a storyline, it was like more clever, whereas now it's like, two's my, like you're just saying, it's not even a joke, there's no punchline, like it's just like you're just saying words, whereas before it's like there'd be a skit and then, you know, you're reacting like a quintessential Toronto man would or whatever, so it was more thoughtful in that sense.
Because like, let's be real, like before Official Plush or City Boy JJ was going viral globally.
This guy's calling names.
And
Let's
stuff.
go, man. I like it.
I really don't mind because I don't think I'm saying anything offensive. I'm just saying how it is. Before they were going viral for the way that they talk, it's, you know, it sounds crazy to Americans and then it gets pushed further and they know what they're doing.
Right.
They know what they're doing. Like, I don't mind that you're doing what you're doing, but you know what you're doing. You know? The difference is when like Toronto guy Cody 7-8 years ago was doing his thing. It's like when he was doing, I don't know, like when
the voiceover.
Yeah, the voiceovers.
Those are good.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob, you know.
Yeah.
Like people knew that he was joking around. You know, I've been on the street and been confused for Toronto guy Cody because he never showed his face.
Yeah, yeah.
But I never got no hate for that. And I'm sure he didn't get no hate for that either to the level that these kids are getting now.
Yeah.
But I feel like...
No, he got more love than anything.
More love than anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like one thing that our generation, I'll call it the millennials, are getting a little bit wrong is that they're piggybacking off of Marlon's valid point, and your valid point as well, of the fact that they're caricaturizing a Toronto slang or a Toronto accent that's making fun predominantly of Jamaican culture. They're piggybacking off of that to turn it into like new gen versus old gen thing.
Yeah, old heads versus young YNs.
It's not what it is. It's not what it is. It's specifically how this generation in Toronto is doing something that they don't like, and some people are doing it in a good way. Some Gen Z kids are doing it in a great way, but it's a specific cohort of people that are Gen Z that are doing something that are blowing up more than kids that are being genuine about how they actually talk and how they actually move. So now people are being like, I'm seeing people piggybacking off it in a weird way.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to land the point by saying this. Marlon, City Boy JJ, people like that have to get together on a podcast platform or in a content space and give the people what they want. I don't know why we're dividing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
like,
watching that.
Yeah, you'd be watching that.
Yeah.
And so many people, even though they're hating on either side right now, would watch it too.
Yeah.
And I tagged Marlon in the story. I'm like, yo, both of you guys got to get on the platform right now and duke it out. So I feel like that's the natural conclusion to all of this.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, man, I think that'll be fruitful, and I think it can happen without violence.
But I do find it interesting that, you know, you were saying that like when you would do the skits, you weren't speaking like that at home either, right?
No.
So it's obviously more of like, in that sense, then if he's accusing them of cultural appropriation, then like he'd have to like be consistent and be like, oh, even like an African person who's not Jamaican using that, you know what I'm saying? But he did specify brown youths. And I can understand that because he did allude to, you know, experiences where he wouldn't be allowed in certain, you know, brown kids' houses. And like the brown community exhibits a lot of racism towards black people. But what I didn't like is that he's like, your parents are racist. But like, what does that have to do with them? Like, I feel like the next generation, if anything, they're probably way less racist than their parents. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, you can't blame me if my parents are racist. Like, I had nothing to do with their upbringing. You know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
breaking the cycle.
I think his point when he says your parents are racist is that he's saying that like you have been taught things subconsciously that are like ignorant or have like hints of racism that you don't even realize that you're doing. And because that you maybe grew up in a racist household, that like all of this is seeped in your subconscious and it's like pouring out and you don't even realize that it's forwarding on the screen, you know?
Yeah, we realized that with some women that I don't know if you date with them or talk to them at all, but you know, non-black women, they might be cool with you, but it won't really go that far. Or if it does go that far, you'll feel the negative effects of it because you know that their whole lineage doesn't like you.
I dealt with a few white girls. I haven't like dated any white girls.
Fuck white, just non-black.
That is true. But even with white girls, like I just feel like culturally, like I just was never able to connect with them in a certain way that I could with like a black woman, you know?
Yeah. And that's based on how they grew up.
Exactly.
I just don't think like if he's like getting at these kids and saying, yo, your parents were racist, your parents wouldn't let us in the cribs. And it's like, I'm sure like the kid of those racist parents, like, yo, mom, I just want my friend to come over. Like, what do you mean he's black? He can't come over. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then obviously if these parents are super racist, but they see their kids still influenced by black culture. So the kids are choosing to rebel against their parents' racism. If they really were like their parents, they'd go the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine they're like, you know what, your friend can't come over. You know, you're right, Mom. He black.
Yeah, like, you know what? Then you can get at the kid. Now the kid is like directly like the parents, you know? But I feel like in a lot of the cases of like, you know, first generation or second generation where their parents are racist, but then like the kids aren't, now the kids are like getting different influences. So obviously they're not going to speak like that at home, and they know their parents still feel a certain way.
Yeah.
But then they're hanging out with, you know, in like more like urban settings or like with more black people or whatever, you know? So I don't know. I feel like the kids are kind of trying to help break the curse, but they can't be like bastardizing a culture either. Because when I compare it to like if everyone was using Turkish slang or Turkish music and like bastardizing it and like not showing homage to the Turks that came before, I'd be like, yo, like we got to beat this guy up or something. You know what I'm saying? That's how other cultures move. Like,
and like
that's the thing. We could all empathize with Marlon's point. You know what I mean? It's just weird how it devolved into something bigger than what he was saying.
But the reason why it devolved is the way they responded. If they said like, yo, Marlon, we see your point, we just rate the culture, you know what I mean? So like we're just trying to like do our thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have kind of went over better than
it became, who's this? Who's this guy?
You know, like, oh, Marlon, you're a issue. No one knows this guy. Blah. It's like, okay,
yeah.
So put the brakes on, buddy.
That's true.
What it became is, why are you bringing race into this? What does it have to do with race? I feel like that's the only point they heard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, what do you mean? It's because we're brown. Like everyone talks like this, whatever.
Yeah.
So like, I actually have. So I have a decent question. I think like, do you guys think that like a black African should be more allowed to speak in the quintessential Toronto slang than a Indian Caribbean?
I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
Good question. Because there's some black Africans, me, half Ghanaian myself, like I use a lot of Jamaican slang. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but I use a lot of Jamaican slang because I'm here in Toronto. Am I appropriating? I asked this on my live stream. I'm half Bajan. I'm not using Bajan slang. I'm using Jamaican slang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe I should say Indo-Jamaican. Yeah.
Right? Salute to DJ Snoopy. Right? Not Jamaican. One of the biggest dance hall DJs in the city.
Yeah, facts.
No, there's a couple of people here and there who are like, you ain't even Jamaican. But that's like far and few in between.
Right.
Nobody ever says, yo, Snoopy, why are you talking like that?
Yeah.
You're not Jamaican.
Yeah. I didn't even know he was African.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Most parents
Ghanaian.
What's the difference? I don't know. Okay, as a non-black person
I'm
here,
not asking what's the difference. Like I'm
saying
asking
who's more
allowed?
I think anyone
who's more quote unquote
from the
allowed.
city,
anyone from the city is quote unquote allowed to have a Toronto slang because you're from Toronto.
Okay.
Exactly.
I just think that the problem is like, for me, the only problem was how they responded to it still, you know, because I see people bastardizing it, like even like big up Faith with the jokes, you know what I mean? Like, but she be going crazy with the Toronto slang in her content, but it's obvious skits and people know that she's obviously joking, you know? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's the big difference.
Okay, a couple of things before we get into some of our topics here, because we haven't even got to our topics yet, but we're going to get to it in a second. We're going to be having an episode you guys requested. We will do an episode for Christmas Day that will be dropping. We will have an episode that's coming out on Monday, and then we will have a week off. All right? Okay, can we? Can we go?
All right.
Hard workers.
I respect it, man. It's the best cast in the freaking world, bro.
Shots fired.
You know, I'm just saying for like, you know, I was like, I want to go on a vacay next week. And man's were like, no, let's pod more. I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it.
God, we've been begging Friday to go on vacation. And the moment man's like, yo, we're taking next week. We're like, no, we need a Christmas episode. I didn't even know that's why.
So we'll get you a Christmas episode. And then the week after that, you're not going to get one next week. There's not going to be a New Year's Eve episode. I will go live, but you know, there won't be no New Year's Eve episode.
You going OT or you're going out of the city?
I'm not sure, but I will go live.
You'd go to Cuba, like on some like sneaky, like just go to Cuba, not tell anyone, and just come back.
Send a super chat, and I'll go. But I ain't got that kind of money. But yeah, salute to all the listening audience who've been supporting us all year. We've had a great year here, man. Can we get to some of these topics though?
Yes.
Drake tells Ebro, die slower.
Jeez.
So I'll pull up the clip here. One take, Jake, if you can give us the page. And this is courtesy of, hold on, before I play the clip. This is courtesy of their new podcast, the Ebro, Laura Styles, or Ebro, Peter, and Laura show or whatever. They continued it, like, they didn't miss a beat, I guess. And they just...
They kept it webcam.
You know, I don't mind comment on that. Let's just play the podcast.
Laura sounds like fully on a bus.
No, she's on a plane, bro.
Economy with
he wants us to make it
crying babies.
It's disgusting, bro.
This is what he needed. He needed enemies, more enemies to come out, because he needs me and you and people like me and you to be his enemies, Joe Budden, all that, so he could drop this Iceman album, because he don't. We love hip hop. He can't want it to be about Kendrick no more. He can't. Didn't he lose the lawsuit? Now he's bringing it back. Like, he can't want that to still be the discussion. He's got to change the discussion.
I think that's probably true.
But
just to that point,
that's not even a damn clip. My bad, gang. I'll find up the clip. But he basically sent him a DM after, he sent the axe in the comment first. That was the first thing, when they made the announcement. I think it was in Keep Six's comments where he was like, I put an axe emoji because they left or they got
fired brutally.
They got fired.
Phone call in the morning. Hey, don't come into work today, guys. You're good.
But then he jumped in the man's DMs.
No, facts. It sucks.
So, and here's the DM. I found it here.
Let's find it.
All right. Die slower, pussy.
Jeez. Die slower, pussy.
We got some shit for you.
Even said, relax. You're salty about losing to Kendrick. You're not mad at me. Love, bro.
And 5 years before that, Ebro was giving Drake advice about learn to sleep each night, change your life and improve your life. Even if you sleep 5 p.m., 11 to 12, then his studio all night. You are in the second, maybe third stage of your run. Health
Drake
as well.
Drake dubbed that.
Yeah.
Like,
he never even responded.
No, but he liked one of the messages.
Okay. So here's the thing. I don't think he's even thinking about Kendrick when he was like, die slower, pussy. I just don't like you, period.
Yeah. I mean, there's a clip of you guys know It's Biscuit?
Yes.
There's a clip
New York guy.
Yeah, there's a clip of It's Biscuit. You could pull it up. You could pull up the clip. If it's on his Instagram, he just posted it. There's a clip of oh, sorry, this was Funk Flex. Sorry, we could talk about Funk Flex later.
Yeah, we could wrap it all into this.
Sorry, we could talk about Funk Flex later, but Drake's beef with Ebro was before Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Ebro's been hating on Drake, but Ebro's a smart guy. And so you're trying to conflate his most popular beef with his beef with you and create a new narrative. That's how simple it is.
Yeah.
Didn't Ebro call him a cancer to hip hop?
Yes. But that was off of the Drake and Kendrick's beef.
But what was the extent of their relationship before? Like, did it start with the Drake freestyle at Hot 97, like reading the phone? Like, were they cool before?
Wasn't that Flex?
That was Flex, but still Hot 97.
But like, I swear Drake and Peter Rosenberg were cool.
Early back in the day.
That was them Jew ties?
You know
yes, they were cool
because
at one point.
he used to talk about how he was so proud about how Drake was Jewish and killing it and stuff.
But the thing is, like, I just feel like Drake doesn't rock with media in general because they've had to critique him in one way or another at some point in his 15, 20-year career. You know what I mean? And there's probably certain things that certain men have said. We all know that Drake is one of the most petty artists of all time. So it's like, yo, it's up and it's stuck forever. I don't give a you know what I mean? So... And then I just felt like it was probably like small little things that escalated, And then once Ebro said the cancer thing, it's just like, all right,
No, I feel like it's deeper. Like,
wait, what did Ebro say about cancer?
He said that Drake is a cancer on the hip hop on hip hop.
Okay. That was, and you said that was during.
And that was last year. Before you go, Czar, Jake, if you can give us the screen over here. Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna play it.
So if we're talking about Hot 97 beef in general, if you skip to the last slide, this is an infamous meme. Well, so this is after Drake won the beef with Meek. he dropped Dreams and Nightmares, Funk Flex.
Yes.
And then,
But didn't Funk Flex, wasn't he supposed to premiere the Meek Mill diss track
sorry. There you go.
to Drake?
Yeah.
And then Meek Mill didn't have it ready. So Funk Flex was just like stalling on the radio for like hours. That he just had to like just end the fucking stream.
Yeah. That's more context too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to rage quit basically.
Mhm.
So tell me why the Funk Flex ties in with the Ebro part though. Because I know they're still cool. Ebro and Funk Flex are still cool, even though they say that, Funk Flex took his spot. But they're on record right now saying that we're still cool.
Yeah.
So connect the Funk Flex to him telling Ebro, die slower. We got some shit for you. Fam, we got some shit for you. If I'm Ebro, my blood would get a little colder. Like, yo, so what if I see mans on road? Or I don't know who I see wearing an owl sweater that might run at me, bro.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's just Drake versus Hot 97 because they're all a collective against Drake. But what I like about, I think that's too petty what Drake was doing, but what I like about that bar, die slower, he's insinuating you're dying slow anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah,
I think it's too far, but that's hard.
That's too far?
Yeah, it's too far, man. Like, you're Drake, you're the biggest rapper in the world. If anybody wants to argue, then you're the second biggest rapper in the world.
Okay, but I have a question.
Like, you don't need to stoop down to his level.
Yo, but are there ever moments where you think back, like when you were a kid and like maybe someone like may have like violated you or like disrespected you or something, and you still remember that, even though like you were a kid? I feel like when Drake was early in his career and he was like this wide-eyed, like, excited rapper, and he went to these American stations, they kind of like were roasting him or saying he was soft or like, so now it's kind of like now that he's in his villain arc and he has all this power, like I still remember how you guys used to treat me before I had all this power. So like, yeah, die slower. Like I've been waiting for you to die since like that
That's
15 years ago.
So this is the Iceman right here.
Literally Iceman, bro, because he has the power and the resources and the respect, but I feel like it took a while for the American audience to embrace that. Like he was always the singing dude and like the Canadian nice guy, and then it was hard for them to accept like the next era of his artistry,
He's able to not give a fuck about how he comes off optically. But if you want to optimize for like your perception publicly, then I don't think that was the right thing to say. But you could say ethically it was, because if someone wrongs you, like you have the up on them to do it right back.
Yeah. Listen, this is the type of vibe he's on right now.
So you guys are rocking with the Iceman rollout?
I mean,
so what then?
All pub is good pub.
Then, big dog. Don't look away now, pussy. Don't look away now. Don't look away now.
Jeez.
Don't get shy now. Fold that up right now.
Ooh, that's how he's feeling right now, eh? That's how he's feeling.
Was that during the live stream?
I just played that.
The Iceman live stream.
Yes, that's the energy he's on, fam.
So you guys are rocking with this Iceman rollout so far?
For me personally, it's kind of like all over the place. It's not like one continuous like run. So I feel like I'm like piecing bits of pieces and like, it's like a puzzle. Because even him commenting on our stuff, I feel like is part of the Iceman thing. You know what I'm saying? Like little subtle Instagram things.
Like, isn't Iceman gay in the comics?
Oh my God.
Is he?
I don't know. Is that Marvel?
It's Marvel still. Yeah. That's canon, broski.
So what are you alluding to?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
a grand reveal.
What's your Instagram again?
DJ Natural Wave. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a violence thing, I'm not
nothing about that.
Same here. I know nothing about that.
Because when I said the whole Pinocchio thing and it had ties to do with certain stuff, you guys said I was wrong, and it was proven that there was ties to weird stuff. But okay, the Iceman is also like. So is he about to get in his flamboyant bag or villain arc?
Because there's multiple Icemans there,
what
brother.
about George Gerwin?
Yeah.
It's not George. Like, who is that?
What about Michael Kuklinski?
Yo, you're the only George, broski.
That's true, but there were Georges before me.
is crazy.
Michael McClinsky, who's that?
Or what is the Kuklinski guy, the Iceman?
George Gerwin, one of these, a hooper. And he was like known for being like mad, like swaggy, you know what I'm saying?
He created the finger roll, George Gervin.
Yeah. And he has like he always had like the ice blue like sweatsuit, like tracksuit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's his.
Maybe that's why he knew my name, George.
So this is his Life of Pablo. It's Life of George Straganaski or whatever.
Gerwin.
Life of George Gerwin.
I will say when I hear Iceman, I think Smooth. Yeah, I mean, I don't think whatever you're talking about.
I don't think gay comic book character.
He just dropped the Marvel collab with OVO.
This is true.
So you think he's well aware of Iceman's gayness?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing. You know what I mean? Like when there's too much drink lays, I just have to throw something at you. I can't stand it.
Yo, but I will say this: like, you're a lot more neutral than people give you credit for.
No, thank you.
Like, you're not like, you don't jump out the building for either side in this beef that's gonna last forever.
No, exactly. Because
I guess that's what the word that we're calling it these days.
I don't think so. I don't think he's like. Do you guys think that he's super biased to one side?
I don't know, bro.
Not because the thing is, if Kendrick was doing crazy stuff, I would call it out too.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do anything, bro.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to talk about. Yo, when the Indians, K-bots, whatever was happening, I pulled up in a turban, fam.
True.
Okay, see?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like either side could catch it. You know, like I'm a fan of both artists.
You just like the disturbed shit.
You know what I mean? Like either side could catch it.
No, I will say, like, I do believe that Natural feels he's being objective, and I feel like that just more often than not, he ends up falling on the Kendrick side, but not all the time. Like maybe 60-40.
No, I'll give him like a 75.
Yeah, 75-25.
We
Yeah,
might need
yeah.
to double check this guy's.
But in his heart,
Spotify
he is
rap,
being
bro.
objective. Like, I don't think
facts,
he
facts.
feels he has bias. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Okay, so ending on this Ebro thing, where did they go from here? How did they figure it out, or do they just
well,
leave
listen,
it alone? And
nobody in the world likes Ebro. Have you ever met an Ebro fan?
I wasn't the worst. I didn't hate him.
Nobody in the world likes
To be
Ebro.
honest,
I know niggas that like love Charlemagne, listen to everything that he does.
I'd say
I know
2010.
women that love. I know women that love Angela Yee.
Yep.
Like they'll follow her to her new platforms.
Yeah.
You know, fucking Melissa Ford. I know girls that like listen to her new stuff now.
True.
I don't know anybody that likes Ebro.
Today.
They like ever.
In 2010, I enjoyed Hot 90s. Like I would watch their shows still.
For Ebro?
For Ebro, because I wasn't watching for Rosenberg.
True.
Maybe like Laura Stiles, like she looked nice on camera, but she didn't have the nice hip hop takes. You know what I mean?
You thought Ebro had nice hip hop takes.
I did enjoy his content until about, I want to say maybe 2012, 2013.
Okay, that's when he started super hating on the younger generation.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. You know, and then like I feel like he outgrew his position, but he was not trying to move. Like 99% of the gatekeepers and like like anyone who was put in a corporate position, they are not leaving, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marlon for getting in there. Flow 98.7 or whatever, you know what I mean? But like certain mans, they're not giving up their spot.
And he's newer, so it's like he can now like, you know, hold down, you know, put his talons in, because a lot of these guys, when they get into these positions, they don't leave for like 30 years, bro. Look at Charlemagne. We're gonna get into it right now, actually. The Breakfast Club. They're going over to Netflix.
True.
Wow.
True.
Yes.
True.
Not only the Breakfast Club, it's actually
A whole slew of them.
Yeah, like iHeartMedia is sending bare people over there.
Poor Minds.
Rory and Mal.
Rory and Mal.
Mealy Mall.
So what they're gonna
No,
have?
that's your venture. No, I won't go too crazy.
They're gonna have
Don't do
daily.
this small, man.
They're gonna have daily
Fuck 'em
Netflix
all.
uploads. Daily Netflix uploads of the show.
I'm not sure exactly, so I'm just
That'd
going
be
through the post
crazy.
over here via Netflix on their Instagram. It says starting in early 2026, Netflix will be exclusive home for the video versions of iHeart's radio's top podcast.
And that's where my heart sunk.
Right? Breakfast Club,
When
My
they said
Favorite Murder.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe and Jada's
Exclusive.
going to be over there too. Dear Chelsea, Bobby Cast.
Netflix about to be the new YouTube. Like it's already taken over like the music and TV shows, but
yes.
if it's even more short form than that, oh my goodness.
Well, The Ringer is already over there. I don't know if you guys know about The Ringer. That's
The
where
Ringer
Van
verse.
Lathan's podcast is Higher Learning. And like he has
It's on
his-
Netflix?
Yeah, it's on
I thought
Netflix
it was on
already.
Spotify.
It's
Yeah.
on Spotify
Yeah, as well.
exclusively,
Oh.
but the video recently they got to deal with Netflix, and they were technically the first.
they got podcasts on Netflix now.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy.
But the thing
Yes.
is, at first I was amped for creators, you know, but then I kind of looked into it more and I'm like, okay, wait, Netflix and iHeartMedia struck a deal. It didn't say Netflix and Breakfast Club struck a deal.
Yeah.
It didn't say Netflix and Mall struck a deal. So I went to these guys' platforms and like, they're not celebrating it as much as I would think mans who struck a deal with Netflix would be celebrating. So I'm thinking like, okay, they probably already had their contracts with iHeartMedia. iHeartMedia owns these properties, so they could do whatever they want. These people probably don't want to be exclusively on Netflix. No one goes to Netflix to watch podcasts, you know? So
this is my question, not to interrupt you. Like, who's going to say, as somebody who's already like in tune to YouTube, am I just going to say, you know what? Because I fuck with Rory and Maul or whoever, I'm going to go and watch the video over on Netflix instead of YouTube.
I feel like it creates two tiers of podcasting where it's like you have the masses who are like on YouTube. And if you're good enough, you'll make it to Netflix and your production quality is probably going to have to meet a certain standard and the audio and the visuals, whatever. But like now you're creating tiers of podcasting where it's like, these are the best podcasts and the rest are just like everyone else, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully that works.
It creates a new goal though. Like, oh, one day we'll get our podcast on Netflix.
If that works.
But
because all of these podcasts might go over to Netflix and die and have to come back to YouTube.
It's a goal for owners because these people, I don't think their bag increased. I don't think like
nothing changed probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the owner, like whoever's running iHeartMedia, Netflix, like his bag increased off this, you know what I mean? And then now their viewership is like kind of stuck to one little island. It's kind of like when Joe Rogan went to Spotify, but at least Joe Rogan had like a diehard fan base and it was big enough to bring a country with him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I brought Spotify subscribers.
And how would you even build a fan base if your podcast is on Netflix? Like all those stats and stuff, right? Like the audio stats, whatever. Like I feel like you wouldn't even have that much access to that.
Yeah, but that's the test.
You have no access to that.
Yeah.
Right? Do you guys think that with these moves, and I think Joe Budden, they're going to be putting some of there's a little bit of talk of some of his stuff going over to Netflix as well, that's going to encourage Netflix to get more subscribers because they're obviously competing with YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to come for YouTube's spot. So do you think with all of these strategic plans that they're doing that this will actually work? Netflix subscription is what, $9.99 or $12.99?
Do I think it'll work for Netflix?
For the tier one
like, do you think they will pull audiences from YouTube over to Netflix?
If your Netflix is $9.99, broski, you're eating ramen
You're watching
noodles
1080p.
Pure ads a day.
4K,
Yeah. So
I'm joking still.
I think it'll add marginally to Netflix bottom line, and whatever subscribers that they get will be more than they paid for. So technically, it will work.
You're right.
Now the bigger question is, will it work for the creators? Now, for the creators, like if only the full video versions need to be on Netflix, and you can still post clips on YouTube, and you can still post clips on TikTok, IG. I think it could work for both sides. I actually do think it can. But if they're seeing no bag increase like you mentioned, then why the fuck would you agree to that regardless?
I don't think they had a choice.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Theoretically, why would you agree for it?
You know?
So that's why they're not jumping for joy.
Exactly.
It's cool. You could flex on the billboard. Yeah, I'm on Netflix now.
Yeah.
But if you were independent, you probably wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
I'd rather control my own uploads too if I'm freaking, between YouTube and Netflix. Like, I'm sure Netflix, iHeart's handling all the uploads now. I don't get to do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once it's uploaded, it's done. It's out of my hands. Where at least with us, like, we can handle our own uploads. We can cut a piece out. We can do whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think this will also do? I think a lot more celebrities will be able to have like Netflix exclusive podcasts because some of those celebrities will try to do an organic podcast and it'll take forever to actually launch.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to organically build it. But like once you're on Netflix, like that's automatic credibility. I don't even need to know how many fans you have. It's like you have a podcast on Netflix.
Spotify tried that though and it failed horribly. You know what I mean? So I don't think that would be the method. But what I do think what Netflix is trying to do right now is they're on some bully the scene type shit. Even with the deal with Warner Bros. And stuff, I think they're just trying to like take out as many players. Like they're not even thinking about Hulu and all those little streaming services anymore. They're like, yo, right now we're competing with YouTube. Yeah. How could we take a chunk out of their base? All right, a lot of podcasts and stuff is on YouTube. Let's kind of like take it off of there and bring it over here. So now we have a podcast base now as well and build up their thing. Like how when Amazon, what they would do is I think it was like diapers or something. but like they basically made it so cheap where all the other competitors, they weren't able to like compete. So like they all had to drop out. And then Amazon was the only like place that was selling this one thing. And there was like a bunch of different other products as well. So that's what they kind of like iced out the market. And I feel like that's what Netflix is kind of do as well. Like try to like ice out the competition and like create the monopoly where like you have to forward to Netflix if you want to be entertained.
It's like Big Bang take Lil Bank. And I feel like they are on that timing because they even purchased Office Movers. Right? Like they put that. And I got Crave literally mostly for Office Movers. And Shorzy. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that, Jay and Trey?
Literally, Bell, like literally. So, but now they're on Netflix. I feel like removing my Crave subscription because like that was the majority. You know what I'm saying? I already have a Netflix. Why am I going to pay for both? But it's the fact that they had these exclusive shows like Shorzy and Office Movers on Crave. But now Netflix is like, forget those exclusive. We'll give you all the money you want. Like, forget your other subscriptions. Netflix is all you need.
So it's working. It worked for you.
Well, I'm about to unsubscribe from Crave. So yeah. But it did work to get me to subscribe to Crave.
Yeah.
And remember what happened to Netflix when they had Office and all the like Seinfeld and all those staples, and then like Paramount or whatever, they took the staples away, and that kind of like affected Netflix in a way where I feel like they didn't forget about that. So if they could implement the same strategy and take the staples away from all these other platforms, then like they're bullying the scene right now, you know.
And you said it yourself. Like as soon as you heard exclusive, you're like, "Oh, it's scary now."
Yeah, bro.
Because when Spotify had their deal with maybe not Joe Rogan, but was it someone else with The Ringer? Then it wasn't exclusive. It was a deal, but like whatever. They were having their cake and they were eating it too.
So they're on YouTube still.
Yeah, this is different, man. You won't see any of these guys on YouTube long form anymore.
And they
that
also
sucks.
I feel like Netflix also going into the live streaming too. Like they live stream the roast, they do some sporting events. So imagine once they get into that Twitch bag where they'll have like academics on Netflix, exclusive streams. Like I feel like that has to be the next frontier if they're kind of being tactical about taking over the scene.
That's kind of crazy.
I feel like
that's
where it's headed.
Whoa.
And man, they're about to take a lot of people off the board. If you weren't locked in before, now it's time to be like, okay, if I was getting 5,000 views before, maybe I could get to a 10, 15 now, because you can't get The Breakfast Club on YouTube no more. You can't get Poor Minds, Rory, Mealy Mall. You can't get none of these guys.
Thank you, Mucho. Thank you.
That's not his name. Okay, that's how Ak refers. That's not his name?
No, it's Maul.
It's just Maul.
Jamil.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Okay, it's just Maul. Okay, I thought it was Rory and Mealy Mall.
No, it's Rory.
He's good at keeping a straight face when he's playing, man.
And I'm like responding to him like an idiot.
I thought it was Rui.
Last thing on this. What do we do as podcasters? What's our move as podcasters growing in the scene and stuff like that? Are we looking to see if we can get on Netflix, or do we just keep staying the course of just growing on audio and on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Like, does this move affect any of us on a lower level in any way?
I feel like it gives you something to kind of aspire towards, because I feel like just the optics of having a podcast on Netflix is a flex. Still. Imagine like you show your family, like because my parents, they don't really understand YouTube like that, but they understand Netflix.
True.
So they see their son's picture on there, episode 8. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes. You guys answered the question, but you just brought up another question from saying that, but I want to hear you guys' answers first.
Yeah, I'll say this: like, stay independent until the bag makes sense, and don't do. You were talking about the optics. Don't do anything just for the optics.
I was about to say that. This is I don't want to say it's a slave deal, but okay, imagine it like this. There's the iHeartMedia plantation, right? And then Mr. Netflix comes, oh, you got some nice samples over. Okay, give me him, a couple of them, and all those over there. Bro, these creators had no choice. Your shit is not on YouTube no more, nigga. You're on the Netflix plantation now, bro.
Okay, but I think if you can go directly to Netflix, you as an independent creator, these guys have like iHeart as the intermediary, so that's why it's exploitative.
So you said Joe Budden's gonna have some content on there?
He might be.
Bro, I heard Joe Budden on Spaces with Ian. They're popping their shit. They're like, yeah, we're gonna have something on there, but we choose what's gonna be on there. We negotiated.
And that bag is directly into Joe's pocket, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like for that case, like even like if We Love Hip Hop or Relentless Diaries, like Netflix offered you guys or us a bag. Like, yo, for a year, just exclusively drop your episodes here. We'll give you friggin' $3-4 million for the year. whatever. You get to keep
Yeah.
your merch. Like everyone would do that. You know?
I feel like a big percentage of our audience, because people are watching this on YouTube right now as we're doing this, like they'd be like, "What the fuck, bro? You're trying to tell me I got to go to Netflix to watch this?" But the hardcores will go.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
again, man, if the bag makes sense, but don't do it just to get a look.
Yeah, and that other question I had in my mind, like, fuck it, we'll move on.
Mm.
I don't want to get into the other thing I had here. I had on the list here a quick Pod Wars message, but I don't have. I want to take a minute to give a shout out to Kensington Market Dispensary, located at 25 Kensington Avenue in Kensington Market. They have over 25 different strains to choose from, with a smelling station for you to check them out before purchasing. They got real gas as low as $5 grams and 1050p's, edibles, hot grabba, exclusive backwood flavors, concentrates, and wholesales available as well. You can contact them on Instagram at Kensington_Market Dispensary or on Snapchat at Kensington Market Dispo. Big salute to the sponsor. Cheer. Message. I'm saying, because we had our Pod Wars before, and that was cool.
Yeah.
Right? But the one that's developing right now with some of these other podcasts, which I ain't gonna mention the names today, and when they react to it and be like, "Oh, he didn't even mention the name because of whatever." No, it's because niggas don't even get over 50 views, bro. So I'm not even mentioning the name. But the reason I don't want to bring it up right now, because you're a man of peace. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
from what I see from the outside.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't like to get up in the mix up and stuff like that. And when we had our back and forth, or quote unquote back and forth, it was fun.
Yeah.
These guys don't make it fun, bro. They make it nasty. They say words that make mans want to have to go crazy on road and stuff like that. And then it becomes this like, it's not fun anymore. And then it makes me go crazy, where I start pulling up all like kind of dirty information, and I turn into like a demon, and I start using demon emojis, and I'm just like, bro,
That bro was at his 50 cent
man.
all week, bro.
Oh
Yeah, man, it's holiday time, man. Like, good energy, not that evil energy anymore, man. Like, I was just playing funeral music over and over again from slide to slide.
I was playing Meet the Grams, bro.
Oh, I went nuts. Oh, I didn't play Meet the Grams, but I went nuts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know.
You were just alone in a dark room, like researching things to say about them, like smoking and just pissed.
No cap, I don't think I had the context, but I think I saw a post like that. I think I saw one recently.
It's just nasty, and it's like, you know what? It's bad energy. It's bad for the city in the end of the day too, because like how we're able to sit here, because things don't get that crazy, because we know how to use our brains and just, roast each other, talk shit. That can't happen with these other pods, because it just goes too far.
Yeah, I think, you know how they say that humor is like a display of intelligence?
Yes.
So I feel like, us, we're all relatively intelligent enough to understand the nuances of like, okay, this is a joke.
That's how you did some low key.
You know what I'm saying?
Called them niggas dumb.
They're simply not humorous. They simply lack the humor required. Damn.
That was good.
You made it crazy. I was like, damn, is that what I technically said? Yeah,
This guy's trying to walk across the street in the traffic without nobody calling him out. Like, no, I see you. You didn't wait for the light, bro. But yeah, facts. But yeah, salute to everybody out here. Yeah. Merry Christmas. All right. I'll do that. But I want to talk about the Savv4x thing, because we talked about it last time on the podcast. And just to give you some context, I don't know if you're all into the lore of what happened with Savv4x crew.
It was like a pickup recently.
Yeah, there was a raid against that picked up the 44 gang, 37 or 34 people charged or arrested. Mm-hmm. And we were asking, what's he gonna do next? Because like he was like the main face of that block or the crew, the most popular rapper in the city pretty much right now, arguably, okay, no.
I think so. When we're talking about like up and comers, for sure. Like Casper's more cemented, but up and comers, him.
How do we get into this all the time? Anybody have any rebuttals? No,
I agree. No? I agree 100%.
Natural wave?
No, I do agree that Savv is the biggest in the city right now, but Casper's more cemented.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Casper's is better music.
Okay, good. All right, so let's move on with the story. Now,
Rapper of the year.
He finally spoke. He jumped on, I guess, a TikTok live, and I'll play a little clip of it right here. If you could give me some assistance there, Jake. I'll just play a little bit of it because it's like 6 minutes long. Man. I'm not playing all that.
It's people like you, word. Made their bed, now they're laying in it. The fuck? Fam, like I said, fam, we make music, fam.
We love hip hop.
The fuck? It doesn't even make sense. And there's certain things I don't even know if I can speak on, so I'm not gonna say certain things on this live, but like, yo, that whole project doesn't make no sense. It doesn't. The fuck?
The fuck?
In case there's another man. Broski, I'm glad you're in this life, fam. I'm telling these guys, fam, these guys think shit's a joke. What? I don't even know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Like I said, fam, I'm not gonna sit here and overdwell on the situation or sit here and talk too much. I'm just saying, everybody knows, everybody involved, everyone that's seen paperwork, everybody that's seen that warrant is bullshit. The whole project is bullshit. They're trying to take innocent people and pin shit on them that, come on, fam. It's wrong. Word.
All right, so I'll stop there.
Well said.
He talks terrifying, but it's also a little sassy. He's like, that fuck? You know, like that's you know what I mean? Yeah, right? The whole project doesn't make sense.
So he's obviously he has more to say in that 6-minute clip, but he's like, yo, you guys are trying to pin shit on these guys. He said about the music videos also. It's like, yo, what the fuck, man? I can have as much money as I want in a music video. I make money off of rap. I make way more than $100,000 a year. I can do whatever I want with my money.
They're trying to say that he's posting money to his social media.
Yes.
And they're trying to tie that into gang-related stuff. But he said, yo, I obviously am a popular artist. When you make music and you're popular, you make money from it. So the money I post, he said any dollar I posted on social media was made from rap.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's valid. You know what I mean? Like, they can't prove where this dollar came from unless they're on some IRS thing. You know,
so W move from him or not? Because we were wondering what is he going to do next? Like, is he going to say anything? Is he going to keep making music and just, you know, keep his head down keep on the grind? Is this a W move right now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's proclaiming innocence for his people. And then also, I already seen a video like a month or two ago where he's like, I'm turning a new leaf. I'm not rapping about dead guys anymore. Like,
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, to me, everything he said feels truthful, but at the same time, he's walking the tightrope where he's not seen as soft as a rapper either.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with the minute or two that I saw on that screen right there.
I will give you guys a little bit more context of what he was saying also is because people in the comments were like, yo, well, man's bringing it on themselves. You talk all that shit. And he's like, bro, we're in Canada, freedom of speech. Man could talk about whatever, bro. Like, doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, he talking about like what he says in his lyrics?
Yeah,
yeah. But technically, okay, somebody could correct me on this, but I think like Canada doesn't have freedom of speech.
I don't think so either.
No, I think like that's an amendment in Canada, and we have our Charter of Rights, but it's a little different. We don't really have freedom of speech like that.
Yeah. He might be thinking of America and just think that we got that same shit. We don't.
But we do. But we have the Canadian equivalent to that, though.
What is that?
Maybe. I don't know, man. Maybe a listener could correct me, but I remember seeing a case about a comedian 10, 15 years ago where he got locked for saying something crazy. And he thought we had freedom of speech, but we don't.
We don't.
So just be careful, guys.
And they also use those lyrics in court cases all the time. So
even in America, yeah.
Yes.
They're not going to be like, oh, he's just an artist making this up to portray this image. It's like, no, you're talking about a specific crime scene, brother.
Yes and no. Because recent example, Top 5, which I think set a legal precedent, they threw that stuff out in court. Right, his social media lyrics that he was talking about in songs, he was mentioning names, smoking on people who were actually passed away and stuff like that. Right, and they threw all of that out. They got a lyric expert. I guess salute to Gary Gray, his lawyer. They got a lyric expert from a group from back in the days. I forget the name of the rap group.
Lyric expert? What makes you a lyric expert? Like,
I don't know, bro. He's like
certified.
He's like a professor at
man. You know those lawyers, though, they be getting experts. It's really their dogs that like are gonna give them the result.
No. But
we
this
gotta
guy,
test by forensic scientists.
This guy was part of like a not a legendary rap group, but a rap group from back in the days that had a few things going on.
Toronto?
So no, in the States.
In the States.
So when he looked through the lyrics, he's like, yeah, I don't think he did this. I think these are just bars. Guys.
No,
like what?
It was more of like over the years and historically and the way rap runs and like the bravado and stuff like that, you can't use that and then now take these lyrics and say everything that this man is saying is true.
Yeah, so the lyrical expert was able to provide context and saying that like, okay, in rap, you embellish, and in rap, you kind of brag, and so you can't hold somebody directly to what they say.
And he got even deeper into like drill rap is this, and you know what I'm saying? So
it's like back in the days, Bob Marley said he shot the sheriff.
You know?
Did he actually?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always use that example.
Oh my goodness. Law School 101. It's like day one law school. You learn about that one.
I see Kim Schofield say that like 10 times a year, bro. The lawyer chick for the people who don't know.
I didn't know that was that class of an example. Okay.
Yeah. But, you know, I feel that he still has a point. Like, I can say whatever I want in my lyrics. It's up to you, basically, but it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, raid my block.
So what are they trying to tie, or maybe I'm asking too many questions now.
No, it's on the news.
What are they trying to tie Savv4x to based on his lyrics?
I don't know if they're trying to tie him to anything, but his crew.
Based on lyrics that Savv4x spat, or like
they're saying social media activity, and then obviously whatever investigation they did, because like they picked up like $2.7 million worth of drugs, $200,000 in cash, which everybody was clowning them for. Oh my God, $200,000 with 35 mans, but like, you know,
drug dealers don't make money anymore. What are we talking about? It's not surprising.
You got to be a scammer.
Yes.
Nah, you know, I feel like the dealers that make money, they got to be connected to the natives, bro, because their prices are dirt cheap, bro.
You heard.
I know.
Just remember who we just had on the show the other day.
Yeah, shout out to Constable Dunkley. Good guy.
Constable Dunkley leaning closer to the screen. Tell us more.
Brother, if I know about it, they know about it. Trust me. They probably know way more.
So the connect be the natives nowadays, or maybe been.
I think it's been the natives. Okay. I don't even want to just say for everything. Maybe I shouldn't say because not just drugs, other things, and like it's known.
Because those are protective lands, so like police can't just roll up in them to like, you know, it has to be a special circumstance for police to even step foot over there, you know. So it's easier, and I feel like natives have certain reserves close to certain borders.
Oh, you know what I heard?
You know what I heard?
Like, you know when you drive to like, I don't know, Montreal or Ottawa or whatever. And then you drive past like the Thousand Islands.
Yeah.
And then you could take a bridge over there to America.
Yeah.
Like right around there's a reservation that spans both borders.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're within that reservation, you could cross freely.
I think it's like 10 bands or something like that, 7 bands, something like that. That's what I heard.
We love fentanyl.
That's what I heard.
Did you say we love fentanyl?
We love federal. Okay. It just got super federal.
It got crazy.
I just heard. Man.
We love smuggling.
But I know as a man that was frequently going to the States, I cannot go to the States for the time being.
Thought about it?
You know what I mean? I thought about it still. It's like a Walter White, you know what you call the vacuum man? Yeah, one of those ones.
So it's 10 bands to get to the. You brought it up, right?
You heard.
It's 10,
allegedly.
If I remember correct, maybe like 7.
It's 7 bands to get
allegedly
to get like a native escort to get you to the reservation that straddles both countries, and then you could just get in blessed.
Yeah, and then you're on your own basically.
That's tough.
It's not bad.
Yo, break the system, man.
Allegedly. Okay, salute to Savv 4 times.
Mucho, how do you feel about like talking about these like type of subjects? Because I know in the Relentless Diaries, you guys talk about like you know, like periods and like eyelashes and them type of thing there. So, you know, like there's a lot of men around this podcast, you know what I mean? It's not led by a woman, so we can get in our bag, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
you can be yourself.
You can be yourself, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid to let loose. You know what I mean? I know sometimes Zoe has you guys on a short leash. So
that is funny, but the funniest part is that like Zoe's man them. Like I feel like I could talk about whatever I want with her on it. And I feel like sometimes maybe some women get mad at her for letting us run a little bit too free. You know what I mean?
Letting that misogyny fly.
Yeah, but For the most part, I feel like I let the chopper sing. But what I will say is that like when it comes to like Toronto rappers, like this specifically, like these type of topics, I do think like Relentless Diaries, like we try to get away from that a little bit.
Yeah.
And not try to get caught up so we don't have our head on a swivel when we're outside.
Yo, fam.
But
I went over there. I did one segment. These guys got posted it up on the screen, and I got a rap song sent at me, bro.
The one Toronto topic they covered was Mad Russian.
I got a whole diss song sent at me, bro.
But you know, I watch like every episode of you guys. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm joking around.
No.
You guys do cover an array of topics. You know?
No, I appreciate it, and you are on to something, right? Like, of course, you're gonna tailor your conversation to who you're talking to. You know what I mean? So it's like, if Zoe's the A mic, because that's her podcast, like I'm just a part of it. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm gonna let you lead the way, and I'll talk whenever like I feel like I have something to input. But
you talk when you're allowed and stuff. I'm not trolling.
But that's you're not wrong though, in a way, because that's the beauty of a good podcast. Like, you don't want 4 A mics on a podcast.
That's facts.
Like, that's the worst thing to listen to. Like, when people just be talking over each other the whole time.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean? Like you Friday, like, you know how to like moderate properly, and you know what I mean? Like, be a point guard and let these guys know, okay, yo, I didn't, you in your mind, you're probably like, yo, I didn't hear from you in like 5-10 minutes. Like, what did you just say about that?
Yeah.
Or this person, what did they say about that?
I'm producing while I'm potting.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's different atmospheres where, you know, the A mic is part of, like, is more just part of the conversation, right? Like, so it's like every podcast, whether you're A mic, B mic, C mic, D mic, you should just know how to get in where you fit in every conversation.
Yeah. Can we stay on the Toronto topics for a second with you guys?
Going.
Because like,
and I'll talk about anything, by the way. I'll talk about anything.
No, because like, with you guys not staying away from it, has it always been actively a thing? Because like, I watch you guys, but I haven't been watching the whole time.
Sure, yeah.
Right? So have you guys like touched on Toronto topics at once upon a time and then had a couple of guests on and then people were like, yo, fam, them DMs look a little too crazy, fam.
Nah, since I've been on, like, and then I didn't listen to every pod before I was on, but since I've been on, it's been like a year and a half now. When it comes to like petty Toronto rapper beef, like, I don't know, we try not to talk about it too much. Like, and I don't want to call it petty because some of this shit is actually very serious.
Yeah.
So forget I said petty. Like, when it comes to Toronto rapper beef, there's platforms that do it better. Like, you guys research this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you have a subreddit that might be more popping than Torontology right now.
Music to Friday's ears.
You know what I mean? Like,
Friday's gonna clip that.
Yeah. Like, you really know
on the Reddit.
Yeah. You really know what you're talking about. They don't want to hear people touching their 30s that don't know what they're talking about, judging these rappers for what they're doing. Like, out of the whole crew, I'm probably the one that's the most tapped in. So it would just look like I'm talking to myself on there.
Yeah.
It's good that like Toronto has different platforms for like different themes, different styles. You know what I mean? So like, no matter what you want to tap into, there's something for you out here.
That's a fact.
100%, you know, and we probably have a higher woman demographic.
You do.
At Relentless Diaries, and this is probably like a little younger and a little bit more male. Or maybe not younger, I don't know.
Older, low-key.
Yeah.
So low-key, you guys are putting, that's even better because you guys are putting on older people to the younger acts.
Yeah.
That is true.
No, that's facts. That's facts. Okay, I got a few more topics for us here. K-Flock got sentenced to 25 years, or at first it was reported 40 years.
Jesus Christ. That's so long, bro.
I'm going to go with just an assumption of like 30 years.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Roll ready for the road.
want to give a big salute to Grabba. Okay, some of the hottest Grabba in the GTA. You can get the Grabba in the shakers like we got over here, or you can get the Grabba leaf. Hit them up if you want delivery in the GTA. That's grabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Seen? Okay, in between. Okay, people were saying at first.
Yeah, it was 30 years.
It's 30 years, right? Why did they give him 30 years for the video that they showed of him like shooting the guy when he was like walking with the two girls? Remember this video that came out a couple of years ago now, right? But they said that was self-defense, even though there is no self-defense laws in New York. It wasn't for that. It's because the man was also part of a RICO.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Right? The man just started his career. How many songs did K-Flock get to even drop before the man went to jail, bro? I think his run was like a year.
Yeah. He only had one song with radio play. It was the one with Cardi B, right?
Yeah.
Shake
it.
Yeah.
Bro, what is up, fam? What is this? Like, it's a waste of time, fam. Wasted youth, bro.
It's like I was telling to you outside. Drill music is like the self-eating snake where it props you up, but it also brings you right back down, you know? Like it gives you so much, but it also takes so much. Like the music is fire, but you have to report on the crimes you're doing. You know, it's not like regular gangster rap where you can embellish or you can talk about what your boy did or whatever. These people are like time stamping it, you know, the geolocating and geotagging what they did in the song. You know what I mean? Like it was 9:45 when he wasn't alive. It's like, holy bro, hold on.
Bro shot him at 10.
It's like, oh my God. So it is sad. He's very young though. So even with the 30 years, with the time served and everything, remember Ak was doing the jail math. He's gonna be out when he's like 40.
So what? He's gonna have to go get a regular job. Nobody gonna be checking for no freaking K-Flock at 40 years old.
Mads are checking for
Max B.
Yeah, Mads are checking for Max B.
Who had like not a legacy, but like at least he had like a run before he went away.
Yeah, he was more of a like low-key legend than K-Flock is.
Like he changed sound and shit for a second. You know what I'm saying?
We're checking for Bobby Shmurda, but he wasn't away for that long.
Are we checking for Bobby?
When he first came out, it was free Bobby.
We could have been. He just fumbled.
Yeah, he fumbled it.
Like he just had this thing that happened the other day. That's the most I've heard about where he got beat up at the club, right?
Yeah.
Or he had a fight at the club.
Nah, he got beat.
He got destroyed.
He got beat up. But that's the most I've heard about him in a long time, fam.
Well, let's drop this name. So Pooh Shiesty was out for what? 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years. Bobby was out for 5, something like that.
Yes.
Maybe I'm getting it a little confused. Pooh Shiesty a little bit shorter of a stint.
Yeah, probably about 3.
Okay, but Pooh Shiesty has one of the biggest songs.
He does
right now. Yeah,
biggest rap song.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
In the past week. So if you come correct, anything's possible.
And why did that happen with Pooh Shiesty? Because a lot of people will wait or drop their first day out right away. He waited a little while, he dropped it, and it's going crazy. And then other people, they'll wait a little while and then drop their shit, and they're like, yo, why did you wait so long? Why is it working for him and it doesn't, like, why is his plan working?
Quality. It's just like when you take your time and you cook the meal proper, it just hits different. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, they rush. They rush the audience too much. You know what I mean? Like even with the Ebro Laura style, I feel like the universe gave them an opportunity to just take a moment and like actually plan a proper next move, and they just rush. Oh, follow my YouTube, and some like webcam, low quality shit. You know, like
they could have reset the whole.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty is like, let me find the right beat, let me find the right words to say. He probably wrote like 3 different tracks, and he's like, okay, wait, now let me find the best one and roll out with that. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of why I think.
Yeah. What do y'all think? Why is Pooh Shiesty's plan working more than like a lot of other rappers who did their first day out or not did the first day out?
Who's he signed to?
Gucci.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they're through Warner.
He's one of 2 left, I think.
I feel like the music streaming platforms, like they've been pushing it, so I feel like they have good algorithm analytics or whatever. Like they found a good way to market it, and it's a good song, so it's gonna have its own organic reach from that. So that combination, and the anticipation as well.
I do think too, like the legendary first day outs that we know of, like Gucci, Chief
Big
Keef,
one.
T Grizzly.
T Grizzly a little bit, but we didn't know about T Grizzly at that point.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what makes him more legendary because that's what put him on the map.
Yeah, so I'm just not sure how long it took him to drop it.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
So when it comes to Gucci, he did it right away.
I think it was like the first week he dropped.
Right.
Yeah.
Chief Keef did it right away.
Yes.
Kodak did it right away.
True.
But those were in a less streaming era type of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like you could self-release and just say, fuck it.
Yeah.
And if it blows up, it blows up. Now where everything is so manufactured and manicured, it's like you're pressured to give it your best shot possible.
Yeah.
You know? So I still think that like in an ideal world, Pooh Shiesty should have done that song in the first 2 weeks. You know, because you're in the bin for years. I know you have your verse ready.
Yeah.
Find the beat, lay it down, shoot a video. That's it. But it still worked regardless because the quality was so good.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know this is a K-Flock story. Salute to Pooh Shiesty for that. But I don't know about K-Flock, man. It's a wrap for him, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely a wrap.
It's a wrap before it even started.
Yeah, you can't crash out in New York, man.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys aren't rappers, so I don't think like, oh no, we just lost an amazing rapper. What a loss to hip hop. Like, enough of these mans, their main talents is drilling and shooting and like committing crimes. And then like they just happen to put it on a beat and then release it, you know? Like no one's like, oh, his lyrical prowess is, you know what I mean?
We
like,
lost one of the greatest poets of our generation.
Exactly. It's just like, okay, he just told us where he slid and how he slid. Like his most infamous moments is him being on live stream, running down on ops. You know what I mean?
True.
His infamous moments that, oh, that one time when he performed and then he crowd surfed. It was such a moment. Like, it was not that. His infamous moments is like crime, degenerate stuff. So
you know
like,
what it is? And we'll get off of this guy's story
I'm going
here.
in, my bad.
He's a pandemic rapper, bro. His time came up in the pandemic. When everybody was like glued to their phone.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everything was for the gram. Yo, I'm going to hop on now.
Because I remember that IG
yes.
vividly.
But we were all stuck to our phones at that time, fam.
If that shit happened right now, I'd be outside. I wouldn't even see it.
Yeah. So it's like that whole little space of time of you crashing out has cost you the rest of your life, bro.
Yeah.
Where you may as well have just caught COVID and stayed inside, bro. Shit.
Yeah. Real quick before we move on, like somebody who's like a little bit similar, like how did you guys feel when TK got locked?
I felt nothing.
Of course, like him as a person, no, but I thought he was so talented.
Really?
I thought he was very talented as well. Like at first I didn't like it because of the lore behind it.
Right.
I'm like, ew, like is low vibrational, you know?
It's pretty low vibrational. Yeah.
But then when I heard the first, the first track that busted him or whatever.
The Race?
Yeah, The Race. I'm like, okay, it's fire. But I saw, whatever, one hit wonder. And then man showed me other track, like the track that No Jumper released, Hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, this kid is actually, and then people showed me other songs where I'm
Murder
like,
She Wrote?
Yeah, bro, I'm like, his flow, he's actually talented as a musician.
I gotta go check. I have not listened to anything except for The Race.
Like anybody who's listening who's not familiar with TK, just listen to Santana's World, the album.
Okay.
Wow.
Even YNW Melly as well, bro.
YNW Melly, another one. Very talented.
But like,
if you talk about like pain rap,
yeah,
he does it better than all these new niggas that are emo.
Yeah, but at least he got a little run before
He did,
he got incarcerated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, salute to all of them. You got time?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do 2 more stories because I got mad stories here for some reason. I'm gonna save some of these for my live stream. I'm gonna save 50 Cent plans to buy Mano and them studio for the live stream.
Okay.
I want to get you guys' thoughts on the Weeknd, his $1 billion deal.
$1 billion evaluation.
So yeah, they basically, and I'll pull up the article over here if you can give us the screen over here, Jake. So he pulled off one of the most if you want to, can you read that for me, Zar? Can you see that from here?
Yeah. The Weeknd, born A.W.O.L Tesfaye, has pulled off one of the most consequential power moves in modern music, and he did it without giving up ownership. The global superstar has entered a groundbreaking partnership with Lyric Capital Group that values his music catalog at a reported $1 billion. Unlike traditional catalog deals, this is not a sell-off, it's a buy-in. According to Variety, Tesfaye and his team will retain creative control and ownership, remaining shareholders in the catalog rather than cashing out entirely. The deal covers his masters and publishing from the beginning of his career throughout 2025, excluding future releases.
So isn't it kind of like if you mortgage your house, that's kind of like what he did. So
Yeah.
So okay, his music was valued at $1 billion. So he leveraged his catalog to get 250 million like a loan from this company. So now they're in this partnership. So basically they have to recoup the 250, which is the Weeknd. That's obviously going to happen. And then, yeah, so basically he got this. Every other artist have been selling off their catalog, no more ownership to get 50 million, 80 million. He got 250 million without having to give up ownership. And he could still release new music onward that they have no participation in.
Oh, wow.
I think that is legendary, bro.
He stuck up the bank, bro. How do y'all how y'all feel about this guy's catalog being valued at $1 billion? Like, low key, that kind of shocked me, bro. I know he's the guy.
He's the what? Second, at worst, third most streamed artist of all time.
Is he mate?
That's a Scarborough man, Team East. So
right around here, bro.
He's talking about. That's a Scarborough man.
So who's number 1 and 2?
You could probably say it's Taylor Swift number 1. And then no, I'll give the Weeknd number 2 probably.
Yeah, Weeknd.
Actually, it might be.
Don't say it. I know what you want. Don't say it, bro.
It might
not.
No.
Slizzy Drizzy?
It's not. No, hell no. Not worldwide.
You don't think he's number 2?
So it's tricky, right? It's tricky, right? Because the Weeknd has the most streamed songs of all time. Like he has 1 or 2 or 3 of the most top 10 streamed songs of all time. But I feel like if you add cumulative, they're low-key duking it out, I think. No?
I think worldwide, The Weeknd has more streams, but in America, Drake has more streams.
Okay, I mean, you could be right. So I'll give him number 2.
And that's just the power of being a singing nigga versus like a rappy ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because when you sing, people in like Istanbul and Kazakhstan, they'll hear the melody and they'll vibe to it. But like if you're rapping, it doesn't carry the same way as someone that doesn't understand the language. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is why the Weeknd's music and anybody who's in the top 5 or whatever matters so much to these streaming platforms, right? Because let's just say Spotify lost the Weeknd.
That's a major share right there.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
The amount of streams this man has brought to that platform, bro, that's crazy.
Niggas doing stadium tours in 52 countries. Like,
it just kind of boggles my mind because every time because he doesn't speak really too much, right?
No, he's quiet. Yeah.
So when a report comes out on him, we're inundated with Drake stats.
Yeah.
Right? And salute to Drizzy Drake, all right?
And real quick, sorry, that's a PR piece, by the way.
Definitely.
Whatever we just read was a PR piece.
Definitely.
Because you broke it down more than what was being written.
Exactly.
Like, you had to look into that. At first, I thought he got $1 billion.
Yeah, that's how they presented it. That's why I had to look into it. I'm like, hold on a second, like, because that sounds
So you guys have to know who's like the industry's darlings and who's not. Because for something like this, Drake might get a negative piece. Right?
I wouldn't say it's industry dark. I just think that like the Weeknd's team and Cash, like the connections that they have and the connections that they leverage and they were able to build over the last 10 years is a little bit different than what Drake and OVO have been able to do. Like,
you're just saying they play the game better.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Drake was really interested in playing the game like that, you know?
No.
I feel like he was just rocking Revolution and then he didn't give a fuck about no one else.
The Weeknd sold his ass to the Grammys after kind of fake protesting or whatever.
Yeah.
Performed for free the next year. Got 0 nominations the year after. Like, he knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
Even if it makes him look foolish sometimes.
Because he sees the long-term play.
Yeah, and he might be selling himself a little bit, but it's giving him a valuation of $1 billion.
That's crazy, fam. Like, I don't want to say that he's a bigger artist than Drake, but there might be an argument some weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's arguable, but
50 weeks out of the 52?
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, I don't know about that. We might have to split it 50-50, like 25 weeks each.
Honestly, he probably is, but it's not totally out of merit. It's also the fact that he plays the game much, quote unquote, better than Drake does.
Yeah, I feel like The Weeknd maintained like more of his mystique and aura, whereas Drake kind of like connects with the people on our level, like the way he
does, yeah.
The way he manages his
The
social
Weeknd
media
is
and
not
comments.
sleeping with man's girls.
Yes, he is though.
But you know what's
he
crazy?
literally is though.
But you know what's crazy?
Wasn't that his whole thing? That's how he came up.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, bro.
But not like, okay, Jack Dorsey, the man that runs whatever, squared all these, a billionaire. Yeah, let me go take down your ting, broski.
Yeah.
Oh, next billion. Yeah, Drake is like,
Right. He'd rather take Travis.
But that's authentic Toronto. That's authentic Toronto, man. Is I could take your bitch.
Yo, Drake will slam your ting and be like, yo, last year I had drama girl, not right now. And then you have to listen to that on the radio, bro.
Rapper shit, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's rapper shit, bro.
So it's relatable because regular people be doing that too.
Yeah, but okay, regular people, yeah, you have them. But the people who are like have power, can pull strings, like you don't think Jack Dorsey's making calls? Like, yo, you gonna platform this guy?
Okay, yo, let me ask you
He's
something.
talking about my wife, dude. That's my wife.
Let me ask. let me ask Natural something.
You met my kids. Like, what do you know what I mean?
Okay, let's say, remember Natural had that little beef with Burma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine you and Burma were beefing. He sent a crazy shot at you. Everyone's getting at you, and you know deep down in your heart you could smash his ting. Okay, would you do it?
Yes.
That's different. I don't think
that's exactly what Drake's doing then, and that's just a regular Toronto man. Like,
what shot did Jack Dorsey send to Drake, bro?
We don't know what the behind the scenes relationship is. I don't know too much about that situation either.
What about the man?
Yeah, did he actually smash
I'm like, I'm
the
just
Twitter
accepting whatever this
CEO's
guy
girlfriend? Did that actually happen?
It's alleged.
Oh, really?
Okay, so the man
That actually makes sense because he was like tweeting like not like us and shit.
Okay, the man that was married for the shorty for 8 years. And then she went to Drake's to do a studio session. Then they had to divorce after.
His new artist.
That's on the girl.
What
You know what's
shots?
so funny? That could have been 3 girls. I was like, is that Bobby Alto?
You know what I mean? Like, what shots did those husbands send to bro?
Which one?
It's Naomi something. I forget her name.
They probably sent like literal shots, like,
yeah.
this is some Virginia Black. They
But that's
sent
on the
those
girl.
kind of shots.
That's on the girl, fam. If a girl's married for 8 years and then she goes to a Drake studio session and cheats, I can't even get mad at Drizzy. That's
it's
my
on the
wife's
girl
fault.
until you make a bar about it, talking about, your shorty's better in the morning like a slice of pizza. That's what I have to hit her with the nice to meet you.
And he's like, how do you know about your pizza tattoo?
I can't lie. Is that your bar?
No, that's Drake's bar, bro.
Oh, okay.
This guy's a Drakeologist. He knows bare Drake bars, eh?
Yo, you are a
saying?
Drake fan though.
Yo, that's what I'm trying to show, man.
Yeah, you actually are a Drake
I'm just a
fan.
comedian.
So why are you against him smashing his ops girls?
I'm not against that. I'm just saying, like, I understand. If you sleep with my wife and I'm a billionaire, I am making a call, bro.
Yeah, he allegedly has slept with powerful dudes' girlfriends, and that probably hindered him being the undisputed number one. But you could still debate that he is the number one. So if you're able to live your life freely and you're still up there and you're still up $500 million, might as well live your life like that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though you hate me, like your wife still let me hit. Like,
and like these guys, they can't get back. You know what I mean? The only get back they have is like trying to blackball man, but it's impossible to blackball Drake. Pause. You know, so
even if it pause, but you blackballed him and like in the mainstream, like your wife still smashed him. Your daughter's probably listening.
Your
to
wife
him,
is
you
literally
know what
getting
I'm saying?
blackballed. You know what I mean? Like,
Getting mixed balled.
Jew balls. That's a slur, Loki.
Oh shit!
None of those are the title for this episode.
That's when you get screwed in your contract.
Oh man.
Hey man.
Okay.
Shout out to all racists.
Yeah, and salute to the Weeknd. Test Fire, as they were calling him in the
Test Fade.
My bad. That's my cousin's name, Test Fire. But yeah, salute to the Weeknd.
So,
keep stacking it up.
Yeah, shout out to the Weeknd, man. Toronto legend.
I got one more story for us here. Toronto company fined $1 million for illegal building and selling 39 homes. So I'll play the clip.
Yo, this is right by my crib, bro.
Has built 39 homes in the GTA without registration or licensing. But it's not the first time this has happened. In fact, the regulator says that this company has a history of being a repeat offender.
No, I'm not willing to talk to you.
You're not willing to talk to anybody?
Nope.
Yo, why did it have to be that
Comment
accent?
regarding,
Fuck.
Bengali. They are Bengali. This area,
We tried
Bengali.
speaking to the owner of Albion Consulting, but he did not want to talk to us.
Nope.
The HCRA says this is the largest investigation in its history. The over $1 million fine comes after it laid 124 charges against the company last September for building homes without a valid license and not enrolling the houses with Terion, Ontario's home warranty administrator. Both are policies mandatory under provincial law.
We receive lots of complaints. There are folks, especially in the Scarborough area, that are well aware that this builder has been operating and have been keeping us apprised.
These are some of the homes on HCRA's website listed under Albion
I know that
do
crib,
have a
bro.
warranty on their home. This is before the company's license was taken away in 2024.
Wait.
Raided their offices and got an enormous amount of information about the illegal building that was going on.
The HCRA says in 2022, Albion was also ordered to pay over $200,000 in fines for illegal building.
Damn.
The regulating body adds that the company paid that fine and expects it to also pay the new $1 million fine.
They have been pretty blatant and flagrant in their disregard for the law.
One real estate agent says this isn't an isolated incident. Other companies have done this before, and the consequences need to go a step further.
Those people who own that company need to be prosecuted. I mean, the cops need to come and see them. The government has not found any really successful means of bringing it to an end.
Experts say this case is a reminder for people to always verify a license before signing any contracts.
People.
Also, they weren't licensed and they were building and selling homes?
They are currently doing it now, bro.
Yeah.
They've been fined, but they keep on building homes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like you said, they can't really be prosecuted criminally. So what a lot of companies do is like they operate either legally great or completely illegally. And then when these fines come, it's like, I'm bankrupt, so I can't pay that. And then they just make a new company under a new man's name, and then the cycle continues.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of stuff that, like, I'm going to imagine if you want to get certain things done and they didn't follow their rules, they're not going to freaking follow your rules. Like if something breaks down in your house, like you can wait, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your house is not even underneath the whatever, the TDS or whatever friggin'
So
categories.
they might act on it like with a little more, I guess, like vigilance, because they don't want no one calling no government officials. So it's like,
true.
Oh, the toilet's not working. I'm over there. You know what I mean?
True.
Don't call nobody else. I'm over there. I'll fix that, please.
Yeah. I think this kind of adds also to the crisis that we got going on and the lowering rents that are happening here, man. You know what I'm saying? It all correlates.
Keep going down.
Yeah. But at what cost? When you had a whole bunch of freaking scamming ass builders and stuff out there?
But they're not scamming. They're just not following the right like rules. And you know, like Canada and Ontario, we have so many barriers whenever you want to like do something. Like
That's
there's all
true.
these little regulations, these fees you got to pay. They're just
True.
bypassing that and just building the crib. And the crib seems to work.
The
You
crib
know?
looks fire, bro. The black crib.
Yeah, people live in there, you know? Like, so it's like they're just not following the ways of like this country. Cause I'm sure back home, like in Bangladesh, whatever, I'm more than sure they're Bengali because that area is Bengali. Like you can, if you
I
can
thought
build
you could
it.
tell from the accent. I'm like, this nigga's good.
No. That area is little Bangladesh still.
Oh, okay.
But like, if you have the means to build a crib, you can just build it. You don't have to get all these approvals. Oh, I need an inspector to come on the 3rd month to make sure that this is 5 meters away from this. Like Canada's a lot of little rules like that, and they're just bypassing it.
Yeah.
But those rules are necessary because a lot of these buildings, you know what I mean? Like if the rules aren't there, then it's not going to be safe to live in. Because people, they, like you said, they bypass certain stuff. So if like the fire regulation isn't up to a certain code, God forbid if something happens, you don't want like, oh, there's no extinguisher on every floor. Or like there's not a proper exit in case of an emergency. So if this one exit's done, then everybody is trapped inside of this oven. You know what I
I
mean?
got my cousin to do the roof, and next thing you know, the roof fell down in like 2 years.
Yeah. A lot of these regulations exist for a reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the reason why we have like a high standard of living is we have all these little like regulations.
Yeah, like you need a window in every room.
Yeah.
Is that a law?
That's a real. You can't call it a room unless it has a window.
Yo, but you know what? You know what mans are doing to get around that? They're putting like a glass sliding door, which counts technically. Oh, this is the window.
As long as you get sunlight, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, the door is not leading outside or nothing. You know what I mean? But it acts as a technical window. So a lot of people are trying to like do loopholes and stuff to get around the rules as well, which is. Well, it's scary out here.
It's getting spooky out here, man. Just wherever for the people who already have their homes, man, you might want to stay in them, bro.
Yeah, and avoid Albion construction.
Yeah. If you see that on your shit, bro, run the other way.
Man, I'm like, yo, why is Natural exposing all the scams though? Like, shut up.
So we love Federal today, man.
Every week I'm talking about, yo, I know a man at the bank and this is what he's doing.
We've lived a life, man.
A life?
Facts. Okay, I think we can wrap it here for today, no?
We
Thanks
love
for watching.
hip-hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.